Choosing a plastic surgeon is one of the most personal decisions you can make. Let me tell you who I am. My name is Dr. Eric Barker, and I'm the founder of the Peak Plastic Surgery Center here in Denver, Colorado. I developed this practice in order to offer the most top-of-the-line and state-of-the-art procedures for all the patients in the Denver and surrounding areas. What I specialize in is any procedure in the cosmetic plastic surgery realm that involves anything from the neck below. So I do a lot of breast augmentation, breast lifts, breast reduction, combination breast surgeries like breast augmentations with lifts. I also do an extensive amount of body work, which includes vasor liposuction, tummy tucks, body lifts, leg lifts, arm lifts, and then when you combo any and all of those together, that's what makes this place a little bit more special than most, is that we're able to offer anything and everything when it comes to surgical approaches, as well as much lesser invasive procedures. What drew me to plastic surgery as a specialty really goes back all the way to medical school. When I first went to medical school, I was always very involved in the orthopedic world with sports, and growing up, a lot of my coaches were orthopedic surgeons. So I always thought that I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon. And as I went through medical school, I realized I was a little bit more in depth with wanting things to line up perfectly, to be looking the way that I want them to, which drew me a lot more towards the plastic surgery field and not just orthopedics. So when I started looking more into the plastic surgery field, I realized that this is more suited to my individual skills. Then when I got into the plastic surgery field, I loved reconstructive work. I loved the craniofacial aspect of it, the trauma aspect of it. Then I also got married and had children. So then when I realized as a person and a surgeon, what fitted my needs the most was to open up my own practice here in Denver, Colorado, which then led me to more of the cosmetic realm with the breast and body. So I trained under a lot of very respected and well-renowned surgeons in my time in Chicago, as well as down in Austin, Texas. When I trained in Chicago, it was more of a breast and body reconstructive aspect of it with Dr. Anu Antony, who now owns her own practice over on the East Coast, as well as Dr. John Q. Cook, who owns a practice in downtown Chicago, as well as another satellite office up north. Learning from those two when I was training in Chicago is of paramount importance. It taught me how to treat a patient as a whole, as well as to make sure that when I'm offering individual procedures that they're for the patients themselves and not just cookie cutter offering the same procedure to every single person that walks through the door. Then to hone my skills more into the breast and body cosmetic realm, I did more training down in the Piazza Center for Plastic Surgery and Advanced Skincare down in Austin, Texas, with Dr. Rocco Piazza as well as Dr. Marcelo Antunes. That even honed the skills more in depth within the cosmetic realm of plastic and reconstructive surgery, which I brought all of those back down to Denver to ensure that I'm able to offer a wide variety of procedures with a understanding of a background of reconstructive plastic surgery as well as cosmetic plastic surgery to make sure that my patients get everything that they could possibly need. So when contemplating what it means to me when patients place their trust in me for their surgical care, is something that I take very personally and very seriously. As a surgeon, it is always a very, very heavy burden to bear that people are trusting you with their lives, so to speak. With cosmetic plastic surgery, it takes on another angle of this dedication and responsibility to the patient, is that they're not only trusting you to make sure that they're safe, that they get through the procedure, but that they also receive the outward look that they're hoping to achieve. So it's not only taking this responsibility very seriously and understanding that these people are putting their trust in you, not only to keep them safe, but also that your training and your skills will end up giving them the results that you say that you can. So at the end of the day, I take that extremely seriously. The fact that patients will place their trust in me is something that I can never thank them enough for, and I take with the utmost responsibility to ensure that I meet their end goals and their expectations. When I'm asked about what is my aesthetic philosophy here at Peak Plastic Surgery Center, I always like to tell people, if you can come to me and people wonder afterwards, if you had anything done, I've done my job. What I focus on more here in my practice in Denver is more of a natural appearing plastic surgery look. What that means is that I want subtlety, I want beauty, I want elegant contours. I am not an over-augmented surgeon, meaning that's not just with breast augmentations. This is also with liposuction, with body contouring procedures, with breast procedures as a whole. My goal is to give patients their confidence back and to allow them to reach a goal that is personal for them, so that when they look in the mirror at the end of the day, they are happy with how they look and they feel confident, because that spills over into the rest of life. So again, my philosophy into plastic surgery here in Peak Plastic Surgery Center in Denver, Colorado, is that I want to ensure that patients feel confident with natural, elegant, contoured looks when we are finished with their results. So when a patient ends with their recovery from their surgical procedure here, I'm hoping that they look back that they were treated with the utmost respect from the time that they called my office, from walking into the office to the consultation process, all the way through the surgical and recovery process. This needs to be an individualized patient experience, which means that they need to feel as though they are the most important person in the room at all times, whether they're the first patient seen in the day or the last. So what my staff and I aim always to achieve is that each patient feels as though they are heard, they are welcomed, and that they are valued throughout the entire process, and they're treated as a whole, not just as a number. So when I think about what makes my practice, Peak Plastic Surgery Center, different than the surrounding practices or any other practices in the country for patient experience, it really boils down to one thing: how does the patient feel? We pride ourselves on getting good results, that we have happy patient outcomes. But at the end of the day, when you're looking for a cosmetic plastic surgeon, it is important to understand that there needs to be adequate training, adequate experience, personal touches, bedside manner, all of these come into play. But at the end of the day, it's really how are my patients feeling by the end of it. This doesn't just mean they like their results. They love their results. They're happy with their results. What this means is that the results match their experience, meaning I want my patients to have the top of the line experience and the surgical approach with the results combined, so that my practice is able to offer a very customized experience from start to beginning. So if you're thinking about undergoing any cosmetic plastic procedures, I'd love to sit down and talk with you more. From the initial consultation process, we'll sit down, ensure that I understand each and every one of your individual goals, so that at the end of the day, you get to feel as though you are empowered with the knowledge base and the comfort level to proceed with these procedures, knowing that you will obtain the result that you were hoping to achieve when you walked in.